the school year comes football, basketball, volleyball, and all the other fall sports. And with that comes the need for referees. But referee associations say the number of officials coming in isn't keeping up with the number getting out of the game. News 3 Now's Arman Rahman has more. Arman?
Eric, the good news, the president of the Southern Wisconsin Officials Association says no games for any sports have had to be moved or canceled so far this year. He says that unfortunately that happened for some freshman and JV games last year, but he says if they can't hold on to young refs longer, it could be a possibility again. With the school year weeks away, youth sports will also kick off, calling referees back into play.
I mean, one of our goals, and I think any association that's out there, we're all trying to get new young officials involved.
Dave Jameson, president of the Southern Wisconsin Officials Association, says about 1,000 referees are working in the area this year.
There's a few new ones, which is great. But when we get 10 new ones, we lose 25 veterans.
He says what they really need is younger people with the love of the game to commit to a few years.
But if you know what, if you can get 2 or 3 and you break that through a little bit and you keep them, it's a victory, which not a big victory, but it's a victory if you can get a few of them to start.
The head of athletics at Verona High says schools are also working on attracting young prospects before they go off to college.
Try and, get a lot of our students involved, whether they be seniors or underclassmen, just getting them excited about wanting to be officials.
But younger refs also lose interest for a much darker reason.
Like youth sports, coaches getting in fights and they're hitting officials and all that kind of stuff. It's a huge hurdle right now. I think it's just hard for someone that's interested, that's young. They see that stuff, and I think it turns them off.
It's a penalty Verona High School wants to make sure never happens at their games.
We hear a lot about, officials that quit just because of the experience that they have when they're at events. So parents have to do their part to try and keep officials around.
But after the state lost 1,600 officials during the pandemic, Jameson says things are in a much better place.
Right now, I think we're on some more stable ground with officials for, definitely the varsity sports.
And referees get their license from the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association, or WIAA, and Jameson says those in high school can join without paying any fees until they get out.